Hi, this is Professional Inspection Service. Just wanted to show you a little bit about flip houses. We're doing a flip house right here. As we come into this little bedroom here, first thing we notice is they've taken out a load-bearing wall. And as we walk in, the floors sound like it's an off-grade house. So that tells me that when they took out this load-bearing wall, this was probably an exterior porch or patio or something. I'm going to show you something that a lot of flippers don't take into consideration when they're doing this sort of stuff. Because if this is a patio, that means this slab is probably an independent pour from the rest of the house. When we measured this, we got a little bit of a slope from one side or the other because it's sloped at the same rate as a patio slab would be, for one. For two, a lot of times when they do this, they make things look really nice, but then they don't go the extra mile to do things correct. Okay, coming to the exterior out here, we can see where they've put HardiePlank siding, and they didn't really follow the manufacturer's specifications on the HardiePlank siding as well, which is a real common issue with flip homes. People don't read the instructions, they just do it themselves the way they think it's supposed to be done. And then later on down the road, they end up with issues that might be easily fixed and then may not. So, but back down to this foundation thing. I'm gonna get down here, down and dirty, and look. And as you can see, where the porch slab is, that they built right over. Get a flashlight on here. You can see the existing slab right down in here is a lot thicker than this patio slab. And then if you look up underneath here, you can see that the sill plate, let's see if we can get that to focus, the sill plate is sticking out way past the slab. Right here there's an expansion joint, and a lot of times what will happen is termites will come up right in that expansion joint, get directly into the wall, and it will be years before anybody ever discovers that there's a problem. So one of the things is, if you're out looking at houses, you want to make sure that some of these things that flippers do are done above board and they disclose what they've done. I'm going to show you another thing about this little flip house that we discovered. Look at this irrigation pump. It looks brand new, but upon closer inspection, you can see this thing's an antique that somebody has put a fresh coat of paint on. So, you know, that's a real common thing with flippers, is they paint everything up so it looks nice and new. But then when you get down to the brass tacks, it's not really exactly what you think it is. Another thing that flippers like to do is they like to enclose garages and turn them into living space. A lot of times garages are right at grade level and have a tendency to get water to seep up under the sills during the heavy rains or potential floods. And then what will happen is water will get up underneath here because they don't have a proper elevation or ledge around them. And if they do, sometimes those ledges have a space in between the ledge and the wall where water can actually seep up underneath here, because all this is a garage slab. It's not a foundation slab. And you can see in this one they raised up the floor a little bit to accommodate plumbing. But you come out and look out the back here, and you'll see that this is basically right at grade level. So that's something to be aware of when you're looking at flip houses, is to make sure that they haven't converted something, and if they have converted it, make sure that there is not any wood or carpet inside the conversion of the garage. And if there is tile or whatever, you want to make sure that there is a 1/4 inch gap between the baseboard and the contact with the floor. That way if water does get in there, it doesn't hold and wick up your drywall, because that will lead to a serious mold problem in your converted living space. Another thing that we find in flip homes is these roller doors are becoming really popular, and some do-it-yourselfers really don't know how to install these things correctly. So let's close this one all the way down. and you see where it hits the baseboard down here. It leaves a nice little gap because it's not adjusted properly. This is one of those things that somebody didn't take into consideration when they put the door in. They should have aligned it better from the very beginning. So if you're buying a flip home or you need a good inspection on a flip home or any home for that matter, be sure to call a professional at 850-916-7669 or find us on the web at a-proinspects.com. Happy house hunting.
Google A-Pro Home Inspections, delivering home ownership with peace of mind. Call 850-916-7669.